and the employee. So it would be basically the same going forward. But I wanted to bring this to the council's attention because this is something that we are going to, I mean, we've already taken the steps with the retirement, with the pension issue. We've already, I think we're on solid footing to address that. But I think going forward, the other issue is the retired health care. And I'd rather, I mean, personally, it doesn't impact me. I already have retiree health care from one of my previous employers, so it doesn't impact me. The person we just hired, I did inform them that this was going to be a possibility. It was something that I was going to recommend at some point, and it may not be available to them, and they understand that. So nobody's had the wool pulled over their eyes, and I have no intention of doing anything to the retiree, of taking away the benefit. It might be different than the way they had it when they were an employee, but they're still going to have the benefit. And I'm not looking to take anything away from them. But it's something that as we go forward, we really need to sit down as a council and think about.
So would you do that then, Mike, like on a committee of the whole like this, or would we do like a Saturday work session, or?
Probably committee of the whole would be the best place to do it. You can probably I need to do some more research on my end so I can give you better information, but it's something that I have been looking at. Now, the healthcare plan, you're going to be getting something here pretty quick. I've already started sharing with the employees what the change is. I obviously have to formally discuss it with the unions, and I'm doing that next week. But it would be going from an HMO to an HSA plan is what it would be. And it would be, what would be proposed would be to, actually we would opt out of Public Act 152, which Public Act 152 is a mandate that either we have to fund the hard cap, which is they give you a set number as to what your premium cost that the city can pay based on number of employees, people in that plan, and then or you have what's called 80-20. These policies kind of came into effect before HSAs, because HSAs have significantly actually lower costs, and what we would do that would require us to opt out of the 80-20 or the hard cap, whatever our under PA 152 is. The difference would be is we would pay the deductible. The difference is because they would pay 20% of the premium, we pay the deductible, and that's where we actually don't comply with it. We'd actually have to opt out of it. We're allowed to do that. Municipalities across the state have done that, and what I'm actually looking at is actually quite I can tell you, I can attest because I've had this plan that will be proposed. It's different because it takes getting used to, but it's a good plan and it saves us a lot of money. I've already done the pre-calculations of it, and over 5 years we're looking at $130,000 in savings. It's something that we need to consider, and I'll be bringing that to you very soon.
There's a ton of places, isn't there, that have gone from HMO to HSA? I know we did it. People seem to be pretty happy with it so far.
Yeah,
4 months in a year, 3 months in a year.
I had an HSA where I came from. We did this route about 2-3 years ago, and it was a substantial savings to the municipality. And if one of the things is if you fund you can actually fund even by funding the HSA deductible, it's still cheaper than the current policy that we would have going forward. So that is what I'm looking to. I'll be presenting, obviously, in greater detail to the employees here very soon, and something that we would be, hopefully the council would take action on.
We went to an HSA, and I think my biggest thing was is balancing what my yearly deductibles look like, and how do I go ahead and save that part of it. company's contributions to come out, so it's a thing. And nice thing about HSA, it's always in that account, it doesn't
Right.
expire, which is kind of nice features.
We have a program now that people can basically can get involved in. It's called Flex, where basically what it is
Yeah.
it covers that gap for the deductible. And I can tell you, I hate Flex. I hate it. I don't like it. I want to get out of it. It's because the problem is you contribute to it throughout the year, but it's use or lose at the end of the year. So my money that I contributed for my Flex is gone if I don't use it at the end of the year. I have reservations with that, and I know I've heard it from my employees as well.
Yes.
So.
Good. Anybody else on healthcare?
Mhm.
All right. Council comments, Jeffrey?
I'm all set, thank you.
Mr. Stolzwill?
In regarding to the RFP, I know we asked Mike to look at a couple other potential upcoming bids that are open or due to, and not that I'd rather go through this again before he writes the RFP to make sure that's the direction we want to go instead of doing all the work beforehand and then we turn that part of it. So those other ones we talked about, maybe beforehand, we have another talk like this before we go ahead and put out an RFP.
Yeah.
That's the direction we want to go
Absolutely.
moving forward.
Yeah, as of right now, there's nothing open that I'm
No.
aware of, but yeah, no, I would
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yes. Mr. Campbell?
Nothing.
Mr. Chambers?
I am good.
I am also good. Mr. Stolzwill?
With that, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 6:28.
Support?
All those in favor?
Yes.